Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about the 8 consumer rental reporting agencies. It's very important to check these companies out before you go and put in application fee after application fee after application fee, only to get denied because you have something that's negative on your credit report or consumer report that may or may not even show up with TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. So here are 6 of the little guys to look for, also including TransUnion and Experian. Okay, so check it out. Here is just a little information about exactly who tenant screening companies are. Okay, so tenant screening companies provide reports to landlords and residential real estate management companies. So if you are applying as a tenant for residential property, a tenant screening report with negative information on it, such as like a past due rent, things like that, could result in rejection of your application, which means your application fee is going down the drain again. All right, so here are the companies. Okay, so everybody knows about Experian Rent Bureau. That's like one of the most common rental reporting agencies out here, Experian, because everybody knows who Experian is. Good thing about it is that you can once a year, just like a regular credit report, once a year they will give you a copy of your rental screening report for free. You just have to request it. And also I'm gonna let you guys know, for every company that we talk about today, I'm going to put the links and phone numbers so that you may get a copy of your tenant screening reports in the description. So don't worry, just be like a click away. Okay, so second we have TransUnion Smart Move. Okay, like for some reason most of these guys report to TransUnion that I've noticed, that I've dealt with. So TransUnion will provide you with a copy of your screening, your tenant screening report. This won't hurt your credit score, not with any of these guys. So don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt your credit score. Just get that copy and check them out. Okay, so then the third one I have here is called SafeRent Solutions. It's not as huge as TransUnion and Experian, but lots of companies still use them, including like private landlords. So a lot of people will say, well, listen, I have this, that, and the other on my credit report. I'm just going to go through a private landlord and get approved that way. Not always, because more and more now, private landlords are actually checking your tenant reports. So SafeRent Solutions LLC collects and reports comprehensive information about your landlord-tenant actions, such as prior evictions, address history, public background checks to identity prior to criminal and court judgments, including prior prison sentences, presence on government management sex offender list, on and on and on. SafeRent Solutions was formerly CoreLogic. Now, I know you know about CoreLogic. I mean, I've went against that company so many times. I think they know my name. But yeah, so they've changed names, kind of changed hands a little bit, but it's still CoreLogic, and they're still, they like to hold on to everything. So you have to kind of fight with them, especially when I'm going into dispute such information as a negative rental history off the credit report. Dealing with this company, I pretty much kind of know it's going to be a fight. So I kind of roll my sleeves up and get ready. But however, this company will freeze your reports upon request. So that's a good thing, and that definitely helps us out a lot if we're doing disputes to get some negative rental history off your credit report. Okay, and so the next company is RealPage Inc. Leasing Desk provides consumer data and leasing desk risk scores with a focus on identity verification, tenant history, check writing history, as well as criminal and public record searches for property, animal violence, and fraud-related criminal activity. RealPage is being acquired by Thoma Bravo LP. Okay, so yeah, this is another company that they're much like what CoreLogic was when CoreLegit was CoreLegit, but it's SafeRent now, so it's the same thing. But anyways, so RealPage is pretty much the same. They're checking all that information. I mean, like, a lot of companies will use companies like RealPage, and like, I keep wanting to call it CoreLegit, but I know it's not anymore, SafeRent Solutions, because they kind of get the whole package when they go and pull information from them. So say for instance, if they want to go to, if you put an application to rent a place, right? You have a criminal history, you know, a little assault from back when you were in your 20s or whatever the case may be. And you have some negative stuff on your report as far as leasing and renting goes. If the tenant or property if the property management company goes to Experian to pull the information, they're not going to get like your prior criminal history, or if you've ever written a bad check, because Experian doesn't have that information, right? They don't carry that information on that stuff, okay? But however, okay, like say for instance, reason why these smaller companies are, you know, kind of kicking up some dust and getting more popular is because of the fact that they report court judgments. If you've written a bad check, if you're on a sex offenders list, if you haven't been to jail before, what your charges were. So they kind of you know, do like the whole reporting on you. So you may get a leasing company who may pull from SafeRent Solutions or RealPage or screening reports from these companies, as opposed to pulling from TransUnion or Experian's rental company, because they'll get more information, meaning that they'll get more bang for their buck. Because why would I go pull from TransUnion and just get your rental history if I can go pull from RealPage and get all the information I would want to know on you? So a lot of companies are using these smaller companies. And the next company I have here is Screening Reports, Inc. Provides background screening services to the multifamily housing industry, offers screening services for affordable, conventional, and student housing properties. Yet still another consumer reporting agency. And the last one, no, it's not the last, second to the last one, Contemporary Information Corp. Conducts background screening services for landlords and residential real estate management companies. Information includes eviction and criminal background data. I see Contemporary Information Corp around a lot. They've been around for a while. So definitely check these guys out. Next one, this is the last one. No, it's not. Why do I keep saying it's the last one? It's not the last one. I want it to be the last one. I have to go. But anyway, First Advantage Corporation Residential Solution provides background screening services. First Advantage has been acquired by Silver Lake. So if you notice, this is the second company that I'm telling you that has been acquired by another company. And I suspect that that's kind of like due to COVID, because I've noticed like a lot of companies changing hands, you know, over the last year and a half with COVID. And I'm wondering if it's like, you know, were you about to go down and you sold, you know, but who knows. So this company will freeze your consumer report upon your request. Don't think that just because you get in touch with them and you have them freeze your consumer report that that information still won't be given over to like a landlord or something if they try to pull the information, because it still does. Yeah, so it's almost like, what's the point in the freeze sometimes? But the freeze definitely helps us out on our end when we're disputing things to get those things removed from your credit report. So the freezes still work, just not for necessarily, oh, I'm going to freeze my report so you can't see it. That's not how it works. I wish. So AppFolio provides tenant screening services for property managers. Information includes credit information, income verification, eviction, and criminal background data. The part that I don't like the most about this is income verification, because it's like, how do you even get access to how much money I'm bringing in? You know, come on. Okay, so that's just like a quick overview of the companies that you can look out for if you have like a broken lease or something like that on your credit report and you're trying to get it removed so that you can get another place to live. This would be a very vital tool or arsenal that you can put in your arsenal of information that you may be gathering, which may be why you're here on this video now. To dispute these things off your credit report. Don't ever just, when it comes to stuff like this, don't ever just dispute with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Always go to the little guys first to see what they have reporting on you, because chances are they're selling that information to the 3 big dogs, okay? So this is just a little summary of how to use this information once you get it. And if you're looking to apply for a place, but you know that your credit report is not, where it should be, don't just go and start applying and spending all the application fees, because you could end up spending hundreds of dollars and you could be still getting declined and you don't know why. And a lot of people call me and they'll say, hey, Miss Milam, I don't have, the broken lease on my credit report. Why do they keep denying me, saying that they have this? And I'm like, it's these guys. You have to go to these guys first because they have this information. So a lot of times you have to dispute with them first to get it removed. But so back to what I was saying. So if you're going to apply for an apartment, I would always, and I do this a lot of times for my clients, especially people who don't know, call, okay, say for instance, if you're going to try to rent in an apartment complex, call the apartment complex and say, hey, call the apartment complex and ask, if you're applying as a tenant for a residential property, ask the management company for the names of consumer reporting companies it will be using to conduct your screening. This will help you conclude whether or not you should even apply or not. Because by then, hopefully you will have already gotten your consumer reports from these companies like I'm telling you to, so you'll know who has what on you. See what I'm saying? Save you a lot of money and time and grief too, because you get mad, you spend $200 applying for a place and then they say no, and you can't get your money back, that's just a little information for you guys to help you get into your new place if that's what you're trying to do, or get something negative removed off your credit report that's keeping you from being able to move into your new temporary place until you purchase your home. So once again, this is T. Milam, and until the next video.